No, how you just betray your state? Man, where you from? Baltimore. You know, Morgan State, baby.
Baltimore State, Baltimore, Maryland.
The content you're about to hear is a part of a paid programming segment. The views, opinions, and statements expressed belong solely to the sponsor and do not reflect those of Podcastic or its host. This segment is for informational and promotional purposes only and should not be considered as advice or endorsement. Listener discretion is advised.
Yeah, it's Wednesday at 2 p.m. Time for the Judge Podcast. It's the Judge, the legend. Let's have blast. We talking sports, politics, current events. We gonna be live, so let it make sense. It's the Judge Podcast. Let's go. The Judge Podcast. Let's go. Wednesday at 2 p.m. Let's go. Hosted by the Judge and the legend. Let's go!
Welcome to another great show with the legend and the judge. And welcome, we got Ronnie the Great in our broadcast to give it a...
I'm jealous, man. Your theme song way better than mine.
Give it up to Miles for making that.
I gotta get rid of that song for so long.
It's the Judge Podcast. Let's go!
It's fine.
Thanks, Ronnie. Thank you, man.
Wednesday by the Judge and the Let's Go!
I'm so glad you're on the show, man.
Man, I'm glad to be here.
Man, that's a blessing to have you, man. And, you know, get an audience where you from. Tell everybody where you from.
I'm originally from Baltimore, Maryland. Went to Morgan State University at the age of 16 back in 1975. As a matter of fact, they're ready to celebrate my 50th year high school year.
Give it up to him for 50 years of high school, baby.
Been in broadcasting since like 1977. Eventually went from radio straight to television.
Let's go!
1983.
Let's go!
Station in Baltimore, and much to my surprise, there was a superstar there that still
Let's
one of the biggest
go!
superstars in the game. And it was okay. We worked together.
Wednesday at 2 p.m. Let's go!
Give it up to Tennessee State University.
Let's go! Hosted by the Judge and the legend. Let's go!
HBCU, baby, that's where it started.
Let's go!
I live by that 100%.
Let's go!
Got
Let's
involved in
go!
some of the career in North Carolina.
Let's
Shortly
go!
after working in Baltimore.
Hosted
I was very fortunate to work
by the Judge and the legend. Let's go!
Muggsy Bogues, your guy.
Let's
down
go!
at the bars.
Give it up to
Peyton Manning was down
Muggsy.
at Wake Forest.
Let's
Johnny
go!
Dawkins was over at Duke at the time.
Let's
So,
go!
became good friends with
Let's go!
all these North Carolina guys.
Where's the Judge
Brad Darby's
Podcast?
freshman year.
Let's go!
Brad was a bad boy.
Brad Darby set a mailbox on fire with
Hosted by the Judge and the legend. Let's go!
Your host is James Smith. You ain't gonna do no time for that. But remember, he was only 16 years old at the time. So
Let's
he was
go!
James Smith. I remember their freshman year very well, but then I left there.
Let's go!
Went to Connecticut.
By the
And in
Judge and the
Connecticut,
legend.
it was great to see
Choir.
the legend of Palm Koza.
Let's go!
You know, when we talk about Calvin Hill, and I thought
Let's
Grant
go.
Black,
Let's
you know,
go.
significant as African American.
Hosted by the Judge and the legend.
Later with the
Let's
Dallas
go.
Cowboys.
Let's
Our
go.
relationship with him, as well as
Let's go!
Black Enterprise, you know, Earl Graves. And a lot of people realize that Chris Dudley and Earl Graves played together at yeah. And you know, I'm a sports guy at
Let's
that
go.
time, in the market, and so developing a relationship with him. And so then I go to Phoenix, Arizona. And never been out west. I mean,
Let's
that's the
go.
furthest
Let's
west I may
go.
have been, maybe in West Virginia. In all reality, okay?
All right.
And so we go there, and for 3 years it was just a fantastic time. But I'm a kid from Baltimore. I'm a black kid from Baltimore.
That's right.
And I look back at life, and you make immature decisions, things maybe that you shouldn't have done. And I go there and I leave. I didn't have to leave. They called, my wife, they called on the phone and was like, look, can you talk to Ronnie? And I wanted to go. So I took a job in Indianapolis. But the job in Indianapolis, I think you can understand this. Imagine growing up in Baltimore. Now the Colts are in Indianapolis. Johnny Unitas there on Saturdays or Sundays whenever, they played. And the deal was you'll be our color analyst for our preseason games because the station I worked for, WTHR, had the rights to the Colts, and they were the Colts station.
Wow.
I couldn't turn that down. I mean, it was like extra money. And the reason they hired me is because they saw what I was doing for Arizona State, because I was the co-host of the John Cooper Show, and I did basketball at Arizona State. Because at that time, if you weren't on national TV, you had a local TV contract, and some of the local guys did it. So, they saw, wow, you're just not a sportscaster. The game, you can go ahead and do some analyzation, et cetera. And I did sidelines for Arizona State.
Wow.
So, it was fun. I should have stayed there, but I go to Indianapolis, and I'm dealing with Clarence Verdun. I'm dealing with Eric Dickerson. I just recently had them on my show, Sports Talk Network. And that was even today, which is like fascinating that I still talk to Harvey Armstrong and some of those guys.
Right.
But I stayed there, and then I left Indianapolis, and I went to Columbus, Ohio. That's why this comes up, okay? Because from Columbus,
For
I
the
went,
Buckeyes. You got a Buckeyes shirt on.
you know I'm gonna keep it real. But
Give it up to the Buckeyes.
and they're undefeated, number one in the country. And
Number
you said,
one in the
of course, all that
country.
ends. He's going to tell me all that ends, of course, when
When they play Michigan.
When they play Michigan.
That comes to an end. You know how it works.
You know what?
They haven't
But
beat
look,
us
you know
in
what?
3-4 years.
I want to stop it right here.
Okay, go
'Cause
ahead.
You done got all the way back grown and married all the way. Let's back all the way up.
Okay.
You already married and everything. You already got a job. You already working for 7 years.
Hey.
Back up.
That's 44 years. but go
Okay,
ahead.
why Morgan State?
I was 16 years old. My mother did not want me going out of town. We lived at 531 East Cold Spring Lane. I could walk to Morgan every day if I wanted to. It was probably a mile and a half walk. I had a scholarship at University of North Carolina, not A&T, University of North Carolina School of the Arts. I had a scholarship at Washington University in St. Louis, Missouri, and there was interest in me at UCLA. I was just that kind of student. I was in the Upward Bound program, spoke well, did the right things.
Right.
But I wasn't mature enough to go away to go to school.
Right.
So going to Morgan was great for me. But my aunts had gone to Morgan. My uncle had gone to Coppin. I had known everything about Morgan ever since I was a kid. All right. So I knew about the Morgan Grambling game. I recognized the excellence of black colleges and universities. I went there the year we became Morgan State University. It was Morgan State College in 1974.
Give it up to Morgan State University.
Morgan State College in 1974. Became Morgan State University in 1975. And everything that I am is because of Morgan. I met my wife at Morgan State University.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. And, everybody knows it's not the hardest, easiest thing to do. But, we done kicked that bucket for 44 years. And,
Give it up to him for 44 years and his beautiful wife. You guys can't see her, but she's so beautiful right here.
And she got Michigan colors on.
Yeah, she
That's
does.
right. She got on the
But
gold.
ask her where she was born. Ask her where she was born. She'll say
listen.
Youngstown, Ohio. But she's a New York girl. She's a New York girl. She's a New York girl.
New
She'll tell you right now. I was born there, but I was raised in New York.
Okay.
But we have 3 lovely kids. Everybody knows one of them, Jerika Duncan, which is my
Right.
daughter. CBS Evening News, the weekend anchor. She fills in for Gail. She fills in for whoever is working during the week, and then she does the weekend, and she's a reporter, and she's done all the R. Kelly stuff, all the P. Diddy stuff. I mean, Jerika's all over it. We have a son, and he has a son, and he's another Duncan, Jones Duncan, but my son is Joshua, and then I have a daughter, Jasmine, who has a husband, and 2 boys, and Jerika has a little girl too. So Jerika has as a matter of fact, remember I told you Jerika's little girl is like 21, but she's actually 12.
Right.
Yeah, she'll be 12 like the 19th of November. So, I mean, but that's where it is. And then I come here, prior to coming here, I was in Philadelphia, and I love Philly. Philly was a great city, great to me. We did a lot of good things at Fox 29. And then I came here and I did sports at CBS Detroit. That's where of course, I got a chance to get back with a young man that he doesn't realize this, and I wish I still had the picture. And we probably got it in somebody's storage. I met him first
McDonald's High School All-American game in Washington, D.C. at the old Capitol Center.
Yeah.
And you played. And everybody was
That
talking
was like 65. What?
Why you trying to reveal my age, man? You
What?
trying to-
but check this. But
He
check this
always
out.
does.
And I'm gonna tell you who I met you with. Yeah, I met you with Ron Sutton of WHUR, and I was at WEAA at the time. And Ron Sutton of HUR was the Howard University radio station. We were Morgan,
Right.
And we're coming up there because we got the local kid from Baltimore, etc.
Right.
But you were the star,
thanks,
and
man.
people need to understand this. You were the LeBron James of that class.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you. I
and everybody
appreciate
was
that.
like,
Hey, let's
he
give it
had-
up for Antoine Joe Band, man. My brother, man.
No, but Antoine, I mean, he had a man's body as a young man. All right? I tease him all the time. I'm like, that big ass, you get around you.
Yeah, I was big and strong.
No, but you were. And the thing
Yeah.
about it is that we weren't seeing a lot of that.
Right.
6'3", 6'4" with handle.
Yeah,
All
at
right?
that age.
All right,
yeah.
at that age.
6'2".
Okay, I'm gonna get you.
But the other thing is that, remember how you played in high school. He was basically playing every position.
Yes.
All right, I remember there was a sequence. I don't know if you
Yeah.
recall. He puts you out there. There's really not a center, but there's just you.
You.
The center came about 2 minutes later.
That's
All
right.
right, but I'm sitting up there going, this kid can do everything, and that's how we looked at you, even back then.
Oh wow.
And then when you went to Michigan, and you got all your boys, and come on.
Yeah.
Come on,
That
really?
was a great time. Give it up to the University of Michigan.
Yeah,
man.
hell yeah.
Great players: Tarpley, Glenn Rice,
There you
Gary
go.
Grant, Richard Relford. Man,
played with
that
some
was
great players,
time.
man.
I was so lucky. Tim McCormick, Leslie Rockymore. I played with.
That's why that assist number went up.
Yeah.
He would have never. Hey, listen, if it wasn't for those guys right there, he'd had a record for scoring because it transformed his game, and he had to go to be a real point guard.
Yeah, because those guys were good, man. I was blessed to play with some good players. Unlike Carlos, who had to do everything.
Man, it was difficult.
Yeah, he may have had to do everything, but the thing about it is that when you talk HBCUs, you talk Tennessee State, you talk excellence.
That's right.
I mean, everybody goes ahead and we start talking about some of the great players that have come out of Tennessee State, but they have to recognize one of the greatest coaches of all time came out of Tennessee State.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
All right, John McClendon ain't no joke. And if you don't know the
right.
name, then you need to know the name.
That's right.
Okay, you talk
That's right.
CIAA, you talk NAIA.
That's
This
right.
man was winning championships, and here's the one thing.
That's right.
Unlike Dean Smith, because he gave and showed Dean Smith the four-corner offense.
That's right.
Defense. Which basically we're going to go ahead, we're going to slow this game down, four-corner offense the whole 9 yards. Everybody says Phil Ford. No. All right?
It was John McClendon.
There you go.
Our court named after him. Hey, a lot of people don't know about Ed Temple too.
Oh, yeah.
The Olympic coach. But let's stop again.
Okay.
Let's go back.
All right.
Again to Morgan State. Why broadcasting, Ronnie?
I was one of those guys that I was around you, but I wasn't a Jackson effort. I used to box, amateur boxing, played some basketball, etc. But when I was on that bench, I was talking that game.
Give it up to him for being an athlete.
Boxing's my forte, but Morgan State, the year before I got there, and you're familiar with the name, there was a guy, they called him the human eraser. His name was Marvin Webster.
Big
Marvin met me.
Webster.
I met Marvin when I was in high school,
Wow.
and he was at Morgan. And Nat Frazier, and you know his son,
Yeah.
okay? A lot of people don't even realize that. Nat Frazier, who was the coach of Morgan at the time, when they won the Division II National Championship, his son, you see him every day. It's Entertainment Tonight. You first met him on ESPN.
What?
Nat Frazier's son is Kevin Frazier of Entertainment Tonight.
Oh my God.
All right. So Kevin Frazier has some basketball skills. But my aunt had gone there. I had seen the excellence. The first autograph I ever got as a kid was that of Willie Lanier, who, of course, is in the Hall of Fame, won a Super Bowl with Kansas City. Those were my professional teams that I saw. It was Morgan State. I didn't go to a Baltimore Orioles baseball game until I was in college.
Wow.
Everything else outside of high school, it was Morgan.
It was
so that
Morgan.
was the excellence. So I really embraced going there to go to college.
Wow.
And so Marvin Webster had gone there. I'm like, I'm gonna go there too.
Wow.
Even to this day, one of my best friends is Maurice Knuckles Jennings, who both of us were freshmen. No, Maurice was a sophomore. I was a freshman. Maurice was a part of the last national championship team that Morgan won Division II.
Wow.
We are still good friends today. He was an excellent guard. The guy that you remind me of, Eric Scooby Evans, he's passed on. Skinny, 6'11". He was, they called Marvin Webster the human eraser. They called Eric Evans the pencil. So, and he was a part of that national championship team as well, only as a freshman. But Jim Gorman, bless him, white kid. He was our white shadow on that team.
Wow.
And it was just a delightful
What
time.
year was that?
Morgan won the Division II national championship in 1974. I came there as a
Okay.
freshman in 1975.
Okay, give it up to Morgan State
Yeah,
for
yeah.
getting that national title.
Yeah. That's the only one.
It's hard to get a national
That's the
title.
only one we got. And I'm gonna be honest
Yeah,
with you.
it's hard.
And I know people are gonna look at this. Trust me, if that Morgan job ever opens up, and I do have a hotline to the president, David Wilson, I will be telling you about Antoine Jobert and my man Carlos. They come into Morgan, they gonna turn it out. That's all I got to say.
Give it up to us. Thank you, Ronnie. I like that.
No, because Los get down there, so you go ahead and talk to him. Los be like, don't play me. I've done this, all right? I've done this on this level.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Los will tell you also, and I think that's the great thing about college sports, period.
Yes.
I know my wife is in here, and I don't want to embarrass her, but there have been coaches and assistant coaches that go unnamed,
Yes.
and they were very influential in your life.
Yes.
Okay, you go to college, and you don't have one girl, you normally have two, you normally have three, whatever.
Right.
Things happen.
Yes.
And it's normally that coach or that trainer is the person that you first tell that discomforting thing that you can't go home and tell mom about. You
Yeah.
can't go home and tell dad about. You
Yeah.
talk to that coach. And that coach is that individual who walks you through this process. Do you know what this means?
Yes.
Do you know what this means within your life? It's not a matter of being selfish, but it's a matter of recognizing I was young, I was making immature, inappropriate decisions.
Yes.
And you have to be that person. See, people can say what they want about a coach. Oh, he won. Oh, he lost. I'm going to tell you right now, when I was over at CBS Detroit, and we would come over to Oakland Community College, what I saw was something that you don't see all the time. You weren't there. You weren't there. Your son was there and some others. But these young men were still disciplined. Nobody was cursing. Nobody was out of line. See,
That's right.
I think any parent got kids.
Yes.
What's the greatest compliment? When somebody says something about your son, your daughter, your child, about their conduct when you're not there, and what? It's excellent,
It's
and you don't have to
excellent.
worry about it.
That's
All
right.
right. That's a compliment we share with all three of them.
That's right.
Okay, even the youngest one, and she is the firecracker of the family.
That's
Trust
right.
me.
She's
But when
the
it came
firecracker.
to discipline and how you're going to act, and I think it was important.
Yeah.
My son didn't have to go to a coach. He came to me. My daughters didn't have to go to a coach or some other man or teacher. They came to me. They came to us.
Right.
And I think that's the most important aspect of life, who you can go to. But there's something about college, basketball, football, baseball, and coaches and parents. You got to stop listening to whether or not they won all these games. I'm gonna be honest with you. You know the 1st thing you told me? I said, you said, nah, we may not have this game, but my kids are graduating. My kids are going to a 4-year school.
That's
They're going
right.
to another school to get that education.
Get
and
that
that's
education.
And that's the key. And
That's
so
the
when
key.
you think that somebody's only invested in winning and losing, you're wrong.
That's right.
They're truly invested in your child because they were a player.
That's right.
I mean, Carlos and I, we talked, but I got the one story today, and I was like, see, that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
He could have gone anywhere he wanted to go,
That's right.
but there was someone said, come and join me here at Tennessee State. And
That's
he said,
right.
you know why I want you to join me at Tennessee State? I'm going to take care of you.
That's right.
I'm going to take care of you.
That's
Jim
right.
Brown, the late Jim Brown said to me, he said, all a player wants is a coach that's going to be honest with him. Don't lie to me and tell me I'm going to get 15 minutes a game as a freshman and I
Yeah.
only get 5.
That's right.
Okay?
That's right.
You said I had this. You said you believed in me. Because you know,
Yeah.
what did you tell me? You know what, Ronnie? He's not a good practice player, but every time I put that kid out there, he's fearless. All right? I'm not going to go ahead and give the name.
Yeah.
All right? But you know what you were talking about because you knew you could push that button.
That's
I
right.
can't start you because you ain't ready to start. But I can throw you in there and you're going to have that dog in you to make something happen.
Yeah.
And then their turnovers is going to be hard for me to take you out of the game. I can see you dead tired.
Yep, give it up to a coach like that. He know what's going on.
You know, and then what I loved about you guys, and I'm gonna tell y'all right now, especially if I'm on camera, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Good cop, bad cop, depend on the day. One was the good, but Carlos, you played the bad cop the most, though, didn't you?
I mean, you know, but the kids understood.
Yeah.
When I walked in, I want to be the bad one.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not bad meaning bad, but
Yeah.
understanding that I've been where you trying to go.
Yeah.
And where you trying to go, you can't get there like this.
Yeah.
You know, so Judge is a little more compassionate until it's time to play. When it's time to play,
Yeah, it's time to play.
he turns it on. You know, when during training camp and up until the end, I'll pretty much run everything. But when it's time for the lights come on, it's up to him, and he make all the decisions. And I try to tell him that. I was like, listen, that's when I'm the good guy.
Yeah.
Like, when season start, he the bad guy because he don't play around when it's time to play. So if you're not doing what you're supposed to do, he'll put you to the side. Now they talking to me like, Coach, what I gotta do?
He run great practices.
Yeah.
I mean, he show kids. I just sit back, you know, and I show them too. I just don't, you know. I went back to school after to get my master's degree, and I got it in psychology so I can understand kids a little better because kids come from different environments, you know, and all kids don't catch on the same. And by us being good players, I'm like, man, why you can't get this? I showed you 4-5 days straight. So I had to learn how to calm down and woosah and just lay back.
Let me
Yeah,
ask you
your
this.
expectations is your own.
Right.
You know, like, I'm showing you how to do it. You're supposed to do it like me.
Right.
And you know.
Why you can't do that?
But I think the great thing about both of you is simply this, and I will say this to my dying day. TRUST.
Yeah.
You trust them. See
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You
trust.
know, we got dirty business out there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And trust is the key
That's
to it
the
all.
key to
You
it
know?
all.
And it's like, you know, we've talked. You say, hey, man, you know, I'm going to want to do my own thing, and that's going to be good.
Yeah.
But until that time comes, this is cool. This is my guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that's so important to have that.
Yeah.
And the same trust that you have
Yeah.
and Los has in you, then
Yeah.
guess what? That's the same trust them young men
Yeah.
are going to have, and even those young ladies.
Yeah,
All
man.
right, because I know you can coach everybody.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
I
if they
coach
called
girls and boys.
they called y'all to the WNBA and the new coaches of the
yeah.
Shock, y'all doing that, right?
Oh, yeah. We can do that. We can
But
do
you know,
that.
Ronnie, it's a dirty business even in coaching because I watched some of the things he's gone through, and loyalty is a part of coaching that people don't understand. If your assistant coach wants your job, then it's going to be hard for you to be comfortable. You know, I watched that go on in his life. I watched it go on to UAD.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about as far as, you know, me knowing what's going to happen, but I heard the assistant coaches how they communicate about what they want. I only want what he wants when we playing together, when we coaching together. However, he want to do this. This is his program. I'm not going to go against that, and I'm never going to say anything against him while we together, you know. After it's over with, I'll go to him like, hey, Judge, that was wrong right there, man. And then we able to sit down and talk about it as brothers.
But it's communication.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's communication.
communication.
It's the greatest art that there is. I'm not trying to do a takeover, but I'm going to go ahead and give credit where credit is due and should be appreciated. This man here, he wanted the mercy job. This man here, you and I, we talked about it. But see, this is where you say, wow, the game ain't bigger than him, and he ain't bigger than the game. I called you up just the other day. I'm like, yo, man, what you doing?
Oh man, I'm about to go down here to
Why
Montgomery.
everybody be trying to talk like this?
I'm about to go down here to Montgomery. No, here we go. I'm about to go down here to Montgomery, down to Mercy, man. See what they doing, give them some love.
Give
then
'em
I'm
some
going to go.
love.
No. But that wasn't it. Because it's the tour. It's the Antoine tour, okay?
Yeah.
I'm about to also go up here and see May, man. May, good guy, man. You got to see him, Ronnie. I'm going to have to take you around him. You know, you should see him. Him and Gary Grant, they be getting together sometime. I'm like, Gary, leave that man alone. You know, but he got a good See, that's what I love. I may not have gotten that job, but bro, you ain't salty about it. You about, whoa, I got something. You know what? Now y'all going to get some of my love for free.
Yeah.
The other thing I love about it, especially with you, Tennessee State, they say Dick Barnett, I'm going Los. I'm saying, they, you know,
I'm going Los too.
Right? No, trust me, I love Dick. All right, Dick was a great guy.
Yeah.
Championship, New York Knicks, 71, 73.
Yeah.
But somebody had the foundation.
That's right.
All right, my first time meeting you, Ronnie, yeah, man, I don't know how I'm gonna feel. I'm gonna be nervous because they putting his name in the rafters.
That's right.
They said thank you for everything you do.
Everything.
For every player that ever comes in
And
that
it ain't
gym.
never
Check this
coming
out.
down.
For every player that comes in that gym, they're gonna see, you know, your name. And
it
before,
ain't
remember,
never
you know, we had that
coming
discussion. I said,
down.
"You nervous?" He's like, "Nah, I ain't nervous." I said, "You nigga, you nervous, right?"
Hey, Roddy, it ain't never coming down, man.
Nah, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
But
It's
you
a
know
good
what,
thing.
Ronnie? I never played basketball for accolades.
I
played
know you
to
didn't. I know you
destroy
didn't.
people. That's all I ever thought about.
But just guess what?
Yeah.
When somebody sees that, and they see that banner, and they see that
It's the truth,
banner,
right?
No.
I never out.
No. Listen what I'm saying. But when they see that banner, they gonna know that other definition behind why you up there. You see what I'm saying? They gonna know that other definition.
Right? This ain't about me. I want to go back to you.
All right.
Okay, we're here to talk about you, man. We appreciate all the accolades.
1 second. I want to give it up to
Oh wow, what's that?
to the
Okay,
great
no, I'm sitting up
Perry
there going,
Watson. Give
you
it
know.
up to Perry Watson.
Yeah.
for-
Oh yeah.
I got my coaching mentality from Perry Watson, the legend, the great Perry Watson.
Everybody did, man.
Oh, yeah.
Every you know, he's like Bob Wade when it comes to Baltimore.
Yeah,
Okay, Dunbar High School.
And I got to give it up to the great Bob Wade
Yeah.
and the Baltimore Dunbar team,
You know
Reggie Williams,
Reggie
Bugsy
Lewis.
Bowles, David Wingate.
You
Give it
know.
up to them guys.
And before that, they even had Dwayne Wood. But during
That's
my time, it was Larry Gibson, who ended up going to University of Maryland. It was Tyrone McKay, went to University
Oh,
of Maryland.
my God.
And then there was a young man who came out in 1975. His name was Alan Skip Wise.
Wow.
And John Wooden said he was the greatest guard he had ever seen play the game. He goes to Clemson. They had to move John Lucas from all ACC guard to an ACC forward because Phil Ford and Skip Wise were the first guards.
Wow.
We should have made this just a sports podcast. We should have did Ronnie done. Ronnie's just so excited about talking about sports.
Yeah.
You forget we're talking about him right
He got
now.
it.
No, but Miles, you gotta tell me about this, man. Why didn't you show me that? E Block Radio. What it say? What it say after that? We in Baltimore with it. We in Baltimore with it. Some of my boys up in here. You know what I'm saying? You know I got that gangster in me. Baltimore Junction. Don't mess with me. I'm true to this. I ain't new to this. Hey, I tell them all the time. Don't let the smile fool you, boy. Don't let the smile fool you.
Hey, so how long was you a boxer? Let's go to that now.
Well, all right. Here's the deal.
Tell us about your boxing career.
So
It's like
there's
throwing hands.
there's the Ohio State, and I told my mother didn't know I was boxing. I was boxing from 11 to 13.
Okay.
All right, and my mother didn't know.
Right.
See, it was always an aggressive game of tag for me. I only lost one fight
Okay, good.
at 17-1, and I had this guy by the name of Davey Armstrong from right out here in Detroit. And
Hey, give it up for Detroit. Let's give it up for Detroit, baby.
I saw him, I think I was 126 pounds.
Okay.
And there was this really nice looking little girl out in the stands, and I'm looking at her. Now I look like I didn't won where I won. I'm like,
Okay, you
Mr.
give
Mack
it-
looking at me like, what you doing?
And then there was a left hook, and I don't remember anything after that. They say referee stops contest, only loss.
Oh my God.
So what happened was, and she'll tell you the truth on this. It's the real truth. I'm in Indianapolis, Indiana,
Okay.
and I got a little heavy. I was working at Indy. That's where Bob Knight and the whole 9 yards. And
Right.
I can tell you some stories. So I'm like, dang, man, I gotta lose some weight. But the only way I knew how to lose weight was training.
Right.
Boxing. So I get in the gym, and the guy goes, "Are you serious?" And I'll never forget, there was this white kid from Logansport, Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
His name was Chris Vernon. God bless you, he's already passed on.
Okay.
So they put me in there with Chris. Chris beats the living mess out of me. I'm like, dang, man, I ain't got it no more. I can't, but he was like Joe Frazier. He was, I'm trying to box. Chris and I became real good friends. So this other guy from Logansport comes in. And that's just before my pro debut, because I told the local promoter I want to have a fight.
Right.
He's like, I just want to do it, get out of my system. I hadn't done it, because my mom beat the living snot out of me with an extension cord when she saw my name in the paper. And she was like, I thought you was at so-and-so house for the weekend.
You boxing.
You boxing? How long this been going on? I mean, she's, my mother's single mom. She's cursing out everybody. I can take you to jail. Mom, please don't do this. Please don't do this. So here we are. I'm 30. I would have to ask her. I think I'm past 35.
Okay.
And I want to have a pro fight. So I'm living in Indianapolis.
Okay.
And I do. And I train. And so the other guy came from Logansport, so he's going to believe everything Chris told him. I beat the living man. You can beat Ronnie. Don't worry about talking about he needs some live sparring. That was when I first got back to the gym. I'm in the gym.
Right.
I'm in the zone this particular day. Every punch this boy threw, I saw it. And I was not about to knock him out with one shot. I was like, nah, you're going to suffer for what you did to me. You are going to suffer. And I beat him. And one time he got ready to go down. I said, no, let me bring you back up. And I beat him. So now it comes to my pro fight. She don't want to go. And I'm on the air. Dude. I'm on the air Monday through Friday in Indianapolis. It's Don Hines Sports Report, Ronnie Duncan Sports Spotlight. I had a feature story every time. Well, now I'm the feature story.
Right.
So I come out, I'm not going to lie, I'm nervous as I don't know what. I come out, I'm like, dude, are you crazy? Why are you doing this?
Right.
What you trying to prove?
Right.
I got down to 144 pounds and, looking good, looking strong. You know how you got your girl. And she come by the gym, and she came by the gym to see how real it was. She saw me hitting the heavy bag. Then the next time I know I have a conversation with her, she said, sometimes I know I get a little aggressive and, I act like I'm going to hit you or something like that. But, that'll never happen again. I said, why? And then I said, why'd you say that to me years later? She said, I saw you hitting that heavy bag. I was like, damn, hit me. Whatever. So, and she'll tell you that's the truth. That's true. Yeah. So anyway, it's the first round. And my opponent, I'm trying to box. I ain't going to lie. I'm not trying to bum rush, whatever.
Right.
My opponent hits me. Muscle memory gets in, and it hit me in the nose. I said, you hit me? In my mind. Next thing you know, man, I'm reeling off about a 9-punch combination. Next thing you know, I'm raising my hands. I knocked him out in the first round.
Wow.
And I'm like, oh, it's on now, right? So I come home, and I go, yeah. She said, so how did it go? I said, how you think it went? I said, oh, you didn't have the fight. I'm so glad they called it. I said, we had the fight. She said, you ain't looking like you've been in the fight. I said, that's the way I planned it, and that's the way it ended. And I said, here's the check. She was happy about that part.
Dang, right.
She said, I paid you that much to fight? I said, yeah. She said, okay, fine. So, 2 professional fights in my career. Second fight, I get knocked down. I get pissed off. We ended up with a majority draw, went their way. I know I won the fight, but this is okay. But I'm like, you know what? I need to stop. But I'll never forget,
wow.
The only reason I lost that fight, I had to lose. I was up to I was supposed to weigh 167, 168. Supposed to be a super middleweight fight or maybe a light heavy or just right near the light heavyweight limit. They couldn't find an opponent for me because the guy that I was supposed to fight saw me in the gym and said, I ain't fighting him. And so it's a week before the fight.
Wow.
The fight is on ESPN. Guess who else was on my card that night?
Who?
I wasn't the main event, but guess who else was on my card that night? Mark Gastineau.
Oh, Big Mark.
You know, this is a circus show. You got Mark Gastineau, the sportscaster, you know, that's fighting on the fight. Dick Vitale is in the audience.
Wow.
Michael Buffer was my damn ring announcer. Okay?
Wow.
So Michael Buffer is introducing me. Now, my fight doesn't make ESPN
Wow.
because ESPN's like, nah, come on. You talking about a sportscaster? Whatever. Ain't let them fight. It's got to be a joke. I had to lose a total of 22 pounds in less than a week and a half. I was
Wow.
weak as I don't know what. When he hit me, it wasn't a punch that knocked me out. I was just exhausted. I started to just stay down. I was like, man, I ain't got to do this. I got a job. I'm doing all right. I get up and I'll wail this boy out. I mean, whatever. It wasn't until the fourth round that I wasn't on defense because I was winning the fight so aggressively. And then my feet were not apart. My feet were together. He hit me with a left hook. I went from one end of the ring to the other, one corner to the other. I'm just, you know, and I hold my balance, and then the bell rings. Well, because of that, leaves an impression in people's mind. It was a majority decision.
He won.
And it was him for him to win. He won a round. There was a draw in a round, and then he won a round. But he only won it by 1 point.
Wow.
And then I said, I ain't gonna fight no more.
Well, give it up to you for your courage, man, to get in there. It take courage.
Los looking
to
at me
get-
like totally different, like, this nigga crazy.
Yeah, it take courage to get in the ring, man.
Nah, man, I don't think you're crazy. I used to fight all my life.
Yeah.
I crunk everything. So I used to beat people up all my life. So I don't think you're crazy.
Yeah, I hear you, man. I love
Even
it.
on the basketball court, somebody say something to you, I beat them up. I'm telling you, man.
Anger management problems.
But I always tell people, if you can't manage your anger, you wouldn't
Yeah.
be able to say, hey, listen,
Yeah,
don't do that again.
right.
That's letting you know I'm controlling myself.
That's right.
Because I'm telling you what's about to happen. If you do that again, I'm going to slap you. I always tell everybody. So if you do it again, somebody got to follow through with this.
See, now you make me think. Now my wife is probably sitting there. Don't tell your
Hey, that's my
business.
last joke. I tell them.
No. But
that
you
again.
made me think about the last fight I had, which wasn't an official fight. How old I was, and I'm like, if I'm 67 today, and I told you when this happened, you'd be like, yo, man, you need to calm down. But I got violated. Man. You ain't gonna talk to me any kind of way.
All
You
right.
see what I'm saying? And you ain't gonna be a certain kind of look and talk to me any kind of way. I don't care who your president is.
Right. You ain't gonna treat me like that.
Oh, trust me. The only problem I
his
had.
president.
No. You know who I-
Antoine Trump.
Yeah. No, check this out. The only person I was afraid of that day, because when they didn't read me my Miranda rights, I knew I was, pretty good shape.
Right.
But I walked. Remember how I think everybody's had that experience. You do something wrong in school, and you take those baby tiny steps on the way home because it's like now you got to explain this to mama.
Right.
I had to go home and explain to her. And so I just got finished talking to my uncle a couple minutes ago before I came into the studio. And I remember she said, why don't you just call Jesse? He'll tell you what to do. And, because my uncle, he's been put away a few times, et cetera,
Right.
he's been in that world. And he said, yo, man, he said, don't go back to that same train stop, man. That boy, you embarrassed him. He's going to come back looking for you with his boys. And I know for about 3 months, until I couldn't take it no more, I took a different way into Washington, D.C. from Manassas, Virginia.
Wow.
I took a different way.
Wow.
And so I just got tired of doing it. And that particular week that I got tired of doing it, my granddaughter and my daughter had come to visit, and they spent the night with us in Manassas. And then they want to get on the train, go down to D.C., and from D.C. take the train to New York. And so I get on, and I see all my boys like you, like you guys. And they go up to my daughter, and they say, so Ronnie Duncan's, Ronnie Duncan's your father, right? That ain't his real name. Your father's real name is Rocky Balboa. Because they were the conductors on the train, and they were happy to see me, but they were like, man. I said, so this guy, he said, man, that man ain't coming back. Not what you did to him. And I was like, well, that's what happens when you mess with me. Because I'm a real nice guy.
Right.
I'm a real nice guy until you mess with anyone I love.
There you go. I like that.
So if I'm down with you, I'm down with you. I can tell you this. I can keep it 100 with you on this. Nobody can say anything about you or you around me. Nothing.
That's right. That's
Nothing.
right.
I'm serious. You
Thank
gotta,
you, Ronnie.
I mean, look,
I appreciate that.
Look how we got together.
Yeah.
Same barber.
Same barber.
All right, he
and
said-
nobody can say anything about you to me.
Oh, man, I
That's
appreciate
right.
it. I appreciate it.
They can't say one word. I mean, we met through the barber, man,
Yeah.
and you are.
Y'all got the same barber?
Yeah.
You the one who cut your hair, Rob. Bill. We all went
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
He messed my
Give it
hair
up to Rob and
Yeah,
Bell.
You know, I did
my line up.
but no, I mean, trust me.
You know what I'm saying? Man?
I mean, I even saw you, at the games.
Yeah.
That kid's legit, dude. Bryce Underwood ain't no joke.
Man, Bryce is legit, man. I think
And
Bryce.
you know who don't like Bryce?
Who?
I lost my job because of Bryce. My name is Brian Kelly. He said he was coming to LSU and I messed up my whole plan.
Brian Kelly, he lost that dang on job.
But
man.
we know where he wants to go.
Where?
Ain't nobody talking about it. And unless, you know what? You said you want to talk sport. I know you want to talk about me, but check this out. Guess what you're going to do?
Right, do we do all
Where you
that?
going?
What? No, come on. Think. Why not? Why not Michigan State? I'm going to tell you what. See, you got to open up your eyes.
State ain't one.
No, listen. Who was at Grand Valley before he ever got to LSU or at Notre Dame?
Yeah.
Who was at Central Michigan before they ever got to Notre Dame or LSU?
Wow.
Who likes Michigan?
Everybody.
There you go. Brian Kelly do. Come
He
on.
loves it.
Jonathan Smith, good guy, but you ain't the guy for this program.
No, he's too nice.
All right?
Too nice.
Come on. How many times you gonna let Michigan kick that booty before you understand?
That's how we talking about Ohio State.
Hey man, they not done it.
That's the
They
same
not done
thing.
it.
Same
Hey, you know
exact
what?
thing.
You know what? Do me a favor.
And
You-
give it up for Michigan for beating Ohio State and Ohio State.
Go blue. Go blue. Go blue.
I ain't leave y'all. Archie Griffin, I didn't leave you. All right?
The
All right?
great.
I mean, Eddie George, I didn't leave you.
Eddie, the
Chris
great
Sanders,
Eddie.
I didn't leave you.
You forgot Eddie
Joey
George.
Galloway, I still don't like you.
Eddie George just went to Tennessee State, won a championship. Remember?
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
coaching Tennessee State.
That's right, Eddie George.
They didn't even like
Eddie
him, man.
George
You know,
was
and
bad.
I don't understand why the fans didn't like him. He came in, won, and
He
they
was
gave
great.
him a hard time the whole time he was there, man.
Why?
Because they didn't think he deserved the job. And I'm just thinking,
you know what it was? SWV didn't do their homecoming 2 years in a row. Remember that's Eddie's wife.
Give it up to SWV.
hey man, I had a hair store down there, and SWV did my commercials for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's good.
I love Coco. Yeah. Give it up to SWV.
Yeah, they're my girls, man.
Yeah, man.
I appreciate you, SWV.
Yeah, so did you start your daughter in broadcasting?
She started herself in it.
How did she know she wanted to be a
He
broadcaster?
never even told us how he got started. Every time we
okay.
started talking
All
about
right.
him, he started talking about, man, in 1968, John Ruppin, he just started talking about.
All right, here we go. All right, so I was always that kid who loved sports. My
Yeah.
favorite player as baseball was Frank Robinson because he was
Wow.
he was a man. He was a man of integrity. He got
Wow.
things done. My
Wow.
favorite player as a kid was Phil Chenier. I met Phil Chenier. and
Phil
and
Chenier.
we're still friends to this very day. He's been
great.
on my show. He's followed my career. He's always just been a guest. When I worked in Phoenix, he was a guest at halftime. Like
He
a
went in the Hall of
you know.
Fame when you did.
Yeah, Phil.
Give it up to Phil Chenier.
The American Basketball Hall of Fame.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So what I did is that my other skill and talent, I've got a lot of talents, but one was art, and so I did a charcoal painting, a drawing of him that I did myself, presented it to him, and I'll never forget. It was my freshman year in basketball at Morgan. My freshman year at Morgan, going to a basketball game, and we became friends ever since. And he took me home after the game because he lived in Columbia, Maryland. I lived just in Baltimore City, but on this county line.
On the
And
line.
he was like, "Oh, I'll take you home." So his wife Paula, etc. I mean, we're having Jarek, our first kid, and I'm playing in a Dr. J Celebrity All-Star game against him and his campers and some of his coaches and the celebrities are playing. She's pregnant with Jareka, and Phil Chenier and Paula are right there, with us, and Phil's like, "What was going through your mind?" Because I'm probably the only broadcaster in the history of television who never played in the NBA, never played in college, who tried foolishly to block Dr. J's dunk. My wife was fearing for my wrist. I took it down just in time, because that dog in you, like, you ain't dunking on me. I don't care what kind of game it is. He's coming with, he's coming off the Earl Carrington, Dr. J, 1983 NBA championship. Okay.
Hey, let's give it up for Earl Carrington.
Give it up to 12.
Yeah, 12. And 12 was at the camp and was in that All-Star game. And it's a fast break, and for some strange reason, I said, because I could dunk, I had good legs, I could jump.
Right.
Man, I felt like such a fool, but I got my wrist down just in time, but seriously, that wrist was going to be broke. That wrist was going to be broke that day.
Yeah.
But that's how I started. I started doing radio. I want to say it was 1977. I started doing radio. I was at the VA hospital. I did so much radio. I got over 30,000 volunteer hours at the VA hospital in Baltimore. Wow. So that's when I honed my skills. And I did radio, worked with the great Larry Dean. One of my best friends still to this very day is Lamont Germany. He and I came into Morgan as freshmen together. But I knew it was something I enjoyed doing. My major was not communications. My major was speech, theater, and religious studies. That was my major at Morgan State University. She'll tell you the first first gift I ever gave her was a Bible. Okay, remember the little New Testament Bibles?
That's right.
So,
amen.
And I did that. And what happened was I was working. You know how we all hustle. Everybody hustles. Especially, this is Detroit. This is the capital of the hustle. Everybody got about 4 or 5 jobs. Okay. All right. So I didn't realize I had that kind of Detroit mentality, and I was working at a Radio Shack. And this brother comes in. So I've always been a visual person. If I've seen your face once, I'll remember. But this brother just happened to be the vice president and general manager of WJZ in Baltimore.
Wow.
And his name was Paul Yates. And so I walked up to him. I said, I know you are Paul Yates, vice president, general manager. He said, so who are you? I said, Ronnie Duncan. He said, Ronnie Duncan? He said, Ronnie Duncan, a sports rap? I said, the one and only. That turned into an interview for a job.
Wow.
I'm working at a radio station, never have done television before in my life. And a coach, a football coach who worked in the communications department. And I said, man, I got to get an audition tape for them. Wow. And he said, his name is Earl Davis, still at Morgan to this very day. Well, he's retired, but he's still part of the family.
Okay.
And he put him and Dr. Wally Gill, set me down, no script. They said, just be Ronnie. Remember I told you used to talk stuff all the time.
Right.
All right? And I got there, sent it to them. Dick, I can't remember. Rheingold was the news director. And so I thought, I'm like most black people. I'm impatient, okay? I want my grits now. Not instant grits. I want my grits, now.
You want them
So I was going back and forth up the hill. It's called Television Hill in Baltimore.
Okay.
And I got to the point, man, I ain't doing this no more. Why am I dressing up to go to an interview or talk to somebody that y'all ain't no job for me? Right. Whatever. You ready?
Right.
Man, do you know I actually got that job? I got that job. The day I got that job, I had on a pair of shorts, a T-shirt, and some Bermuda pants.
Wow, you didn't have on them.
No. I went up there like a bum, and they said, we want to offer you the job. My best friend at the time, he's still one of my best boys today, Eddie Stevens, who played for Morgan State. Eddie goes, man, you can't go up there dressed like that. I said, man, I'm going up there now. So I went up there now, just like that, and guess what? That's how it started, WJZ 1983.
Give it up to WJZ 1983, baby.
1983.
That's good, man. And then, when did you come here?
I came here in August of 2022. Got here from Philadelphia. Prior to Philly, worked in Cleveland doing news, worked in Alabama doing sports, worked in Cleveland for about 17 years doing sports at the CBS affiliate. So, I was in Cleveland. That's where the whole Ohio State thing, State of Ohio comes in. I think my first Ohio State-Michigan game was 1992. And the reason I'll always remember that's the year that John Cooper was the coach. And if you can recall, Ohio State was undefeated, #1 in the country.
Yeah.
Michigan wasn't.
He
and
gets so
Michigan
excited.
beat Ohio State. And I'm sitting up there. I'm sitting like Los is telling me this. I have that same look again for the 4th year in a row. And I'm like, what happened? And it's like, so your favorite coach, your favorite Ohio State coach, it's not Woody Hayes. Your favorite Ohio State coach is John Cooper.
Wow.
You know why?
Yeah.
John Cooper never had your number. You know why John Cooper never beat Michigan? His teams never beat Michigan. Why they were always undefeated, beating everybody else? Because John Cooper, instead of still delegating those responsibilities to you what you doing, he says, no, we're going to do it my way. I'm going to take care. No, what you doing over there? I've never been over there. But now he's going to go ahead and do that. And he will tell you that today. I started taking too much control and letting my assistant coaches do what they did and their game plan. We don't have to change anything.
Right.
And if you notice, Ohio State never was who they were against Michigan. They would always do what? Change it up like Michigan had this. See, sometimes there's too much thinking.
Let's give it up for Big Brother Michigan.
Yeah, but check this out. Sometimes you can be a little too apprehensive, too paranoid, that someone knows every move that you're making. You can't live that way.
Man, that's how we are here. You haven't learned that yet. Hey, listen, how did you learn that yet? That's how we are here in Michigan. We figure it out, and they call it cheating. They say we cheating every time we start winning. They say we cheating, but we figure it out, man.
Yeah, they say that, man. They always say Michigan cheated.
You know what? I've been here. Well, I think it's going on almost 4 years now. I had an opportunity to come here one time, and I didn't take advantage of it.
Right.
I worked in Flint, did news in Flint, the whole water crisis. Talked to had Snyder at my apartment, drinking water. I've shown my versatility both as a newscaster and as a challenge me, and I guarantee. That's the only reason I did news. The news director at the time, Ian Rubin, was like, "Well, can you do news? I think you'd be a great news guy." I was like, "So you challenging me?" And so instead of being his sports guy, I became his news guy. And next thing you know, I was in the A block. But
right.
Let me give a compliment, and this is the reason why we're here. Okay? The reason why she is here, I'm here, Yvonne Duncan, Ronnie Duncan, the reason why we're here is simply this. We love Michigan. We love Detroit.
Give it up to them.
No. And I say this unapologetically. And I can care where the hell you are on politics. It's a black man city.
That's right. That's right.
It ain't just about Motown. Okay? It ain't about those 68 riots. Ain't about, no. This is a black man city. The one thing that I've recognized about this city that I adore, that when the pie is being made, we know about it. Right. But when that pie is being cut, and be it Coleman Young, and be it the people in Sheffield before him, I'm talking Horace Sr.
Yeah.
They said, "Where's our piece?"
That's right.
Where's our piece?
That's right.
And that's not done. That's not done in other municipalities in America.
No, it's not.
Okay?
Only
the mere fact that the city, and be it the city councilwoman Sheffield, and be it
give
out
it
there,
up to Mary Sheffield.
But here's the real idea on all that. Cash is king, especially within our community.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Everybody doesn't have a credit card. Everybody doesn't have a bank card.
Right.
All right. I see my brothers and sisters lining up all the time at the check cashing spot.
That's right.
Okay. Or at the liquor store getting their check cash.
That's right.
Okay. Because that's who we are. We have not. All of us have not moved on to the next century of Bitcoin and this coin and that coin. And they said no. You have to accept cash in downtown Detroit. They were trying to find a way to make sure that we weren't coming down there as often as we did. And those of us who came down there were the privileged, the uppy, the bourgeois Negroes. No. Right. And they fought for that. When I see that type of mentality happening, I live in Southfield. I see that type of mentality happening here in this city. That's what embraces me. One thing about me is that I am black 100%.
All right, give it up to Detroit.
No, but the other thing is this, don't get it twisted. My son, wife don't look like me. Her hair blows in the wind. My grandson is biracial. My daughter's 2 kids are Jewish.
That's right.
All right? I want unity. I love unity.
That's
okay?
right.
And as black as I am, one thing I do know I cannot clean up anybody's kitchen until my kitchen is clean.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, there's too much work to be done in my community. So I'm not hating on my daughter-in-law. I'm not hating on my son-in-law. I never taught my kids to be racist in their mentality of what they looked and what they thought love was.
That's right.
All right? Am I a perfect description of what love is? Maybe not. Yeah, I've made my mistakes.
Yes.
But the one thing I do know, judge me on what I'm good at.
Yes.
Okay? And what I'm good at, whether we separated, whether we are here today and maybe not tomorrow, the one consistent thing in my life that I'm proudest of, I'm married to this woman for 44 years and none of y'all can say nothing about it.
Give it up to the Mrs. Duncan. 44 years. 44 years. Sing it.
It's been a while, but I'm finally here.
Just too little love.
Oh yeah, man, that is such a blessing.
I mean, no, that's a blessing.
That's a blessing.
Of all of what-
44 years.
Yeah, but you know what?
Man,
Y'all
that's
helping me out. 'Cause,
That's a blessing, man.
Everything I talked about, that means I'm going to get something tonight.
Give it up to him.
Give it up for getting something tonight.
Oh yeah.
Boy, hey, but you know what's crazy though? A lot of women don't understand. That's a treat for sure. Like, hey, you know what? When they look at you like, hey, I got something for you. You're like, oh my God, we're so excited.
Thank you, baby. Thank you, baby.
So you know what? I know you got 3 minutes. I bet you'll never invite my behind over here again.
Oh yeah, I definitely will. Man, this is such a great show,
All right,
man. Glad. You got 3 minutes. Keep talking.
Good enough. All right, so look. Tune us in Monday through Friday between the hours of 1 and 3. It's the Ronnie Duncan Show with Mary Jo Sanders on the Sports Rap Network. We're at 107.5 FM HD2. We talk sports for the culture. I'm not afraid to put it in. You want to talk gambling? I'm going to talk gambling, okay? I'm going to talk somebody who gambled more than what they saying Chauncey Billups did. And they own an NBA team. But see, y'all don't want to talk about that because, see, I come 100. And I got the receipts for it, and that's the real deal. So if you want some real good sports talk, it's the Sports Rap Network. It's black-owned and operated. It's us talking sports 24 hours a day. We got the 2 live stews. So we got me. We got Lamont Germany. We got Mark Gray. We got the Sports Shop. Check us out. It is the Sports Rap Network. 107.5 FM HD2 WGPR. We all we got.
All we got. I like that. I like that. Yeah, I was on your show the other day, man. It's a great show,
Hey,
man.
thank you, brother.
I love
Lowe's gonna
what
be on
you
tomorrow.
do.
He just don't know it.
Yeah, call in and get him on there tomorrow, so we can talk about some of these gambling allegations. Let's get it. We probably got a minute and a half. Let's get into that right quick. What do you think about all these allegations and the NBA going on with this stuff?
I think it's wrong because I think we can look at Tim Doherty. We can look at others who have been involved in gambling. Maybe you're too young, maybe you're not. But one of my heroes lost most of his career because of allegations. One of your contemporaries lost most of his career because of those allegations. We need to remember the name of Connie Hawkins.
Yes, the great Connie Hawkins.
And John Williams.
Dugan.
All right?
Yeah.
Because these are guys who had to sit back.
You talking about Hot Rod?
You damn right.
Yeah.
Because they had to sit back. See, I come with receipts.
Yeah.
All right? I have a history of knowledge in this head.
That's
and
right.
I can go ahead and I can spill it out. But I think before we judge, understand the motivation of it all.
Yeah.
There's one guy currently playing that could be very much the owner of the Las Vegas team.
Yeah.
We need to remember what his boy. See, sometimes everybody close to you isn't good to be close to you.
Right.
Look it up.
Yeah.
Maverick Carter is on record talking to federal officials that he bet on basketball. That's LeBron's number one guy. That's the business model guy. And so when you look at the Damon Jones situation, no, you look at the Damon Jones, they're trying to come at LeBron. There is a mission. Put it this way. There's an agenda We have to recognize it. And just because they're headlines, and just because they say all the dots lead here, no, they don't.
Right.
When was the last time in our lifetime? And you can go ahead and talk about Godfather of Harlem, the Genovese family, the Bonanno family, this and that. Come on, man. We know Bumpy Johnson was around. Bumpy dead and gone. They ain't giving no kind of power to no kind of person to look like me and that. That's like I'm like Black Family Mafia. Why don't we just be a black family?
But my issue is they haven't shown no mafia pictures.
Right, that's it. That's what I'm saying to you.
They saying, these guys right here is connected to the mafia. So, and we've been doing an investigation. So that means not only do you know these guys, you know these guys too.
And they're not showing you these guys. They're saying these families.
Because those families are real.
Right.
Right.
That's the difference. Is Chauncey Billups to know that's not no organization. Those families are real.
Look,
and they are a mafia.
I'm not trying to get nobody in trouble. But just remember, the last time a family went after the mafia, their grave sites. And one says Robert Kennedy in 1968, the other says John F. Kennedy in 1963.
Wow.
Just remember that.
Wow.
Okay? Just remember that. That's real talk.
Wow.
And there's no there, why would you bring that up?
Wow.
Go after them, see what happens.
So those guys so they created fall guys, and our black people. When you get in bed, you know the fall guy. And that's what the only issue is. A lot of people don't understand that part of it right there. Somebody gonna take the fall, and they already agreed to the fall. If anything go down, I'm gonna take it.
How much time we got? Real quick. I gotta
go ahead.
We gotta wrap it up. Real quick. Don't tell me and don't tell me this lie. Somebody's always asked you about the inside stuff, what's happening in Michigan, what's happening in Washington, what's happening in Toronto. Someone's always asked who was a member of the team. The reason why, they needed that collective information.
But we knew the information.
There you go.
That's what people don't realize. Man, listen to this. This betting stuff been going on for generations and generations and generations, because I was a part of an organization. I'm not going to say the organization name. I'm going to put this in my book. But they used to intentionally come to us like, you sitting out, you sitting out, you sitting out. You tell them your back hurt, you tell them you twist your ankle, you tell them your finger hurt. So, and that's why they always say game time decisions. So you can place your bet without knowing the inside information. Those who have the inside information to know that these guys not playing, we know we're not gonna win. So now you can be any unders and overs and any bet that you can win. It's a one bet now. And I'm talking about from the GMs to the vice presidents to presidents.
And guess what? How do you think some people become GM and then become an owner? I'm gonna leave it like that.
Yeah.
But you know what?
One good bet.
No. I'll leave it like that, but I'll give you a clue. I ain't in the Valley of the Sun.
Yeah.
But the NBA is sponsored. The NBA is sponsored with betting organizations.
Everybody is. Everybody's in bed.
So I'm saying, if they're in bed with those people, I don't understand how come everybody can't bet. That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a crazy
Hey,
world.
mama, LeBron not playing tonight. Put $100,000 down on the under.
No. Here's the other.
That's the truth.
Here's the other. LeBron ain't playing tonight. Los ain't playing tonight. But I guarantee Antoine gonna get a career high tonight. Place the bet.
Yeah, bet the
You know
under,
what?
but bet the under on the other two.
Remember, before you only was getting 8 shots a game. Tonight, he took 25 shots.
Wow.
And guess what? Antoine Joubert.
And that's
had a
about
career
50
high,
to 1
42
odds.
points.
That's like a 50 to 1 odds.
There you go.
Wow.
There you go. That in the NFL, everybody talking about they changing how we give up this information.
Wow.
You think people ain't lose money?
Yeah, they
In the
lost.
Baltimore Ravens game when Lamar Jackson didn't show up and he could have played, but he's going to play in his hometown of Miami when the Baltimore Ravens go there this weekend.
Man, listen.
Come on now.
We can beat them at their own game.
Yeah.
Hey, we got the inside source. All we got to do is know how to generate that information. I'm serious.
No,
Without
you're
it
serious.
being followed. Because you got to realize when you playing a game that we already losing, shit, it ain't nothing wrong with me being able to play too. Because now I know that he not playing tonight, so I got an inside source.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and go one back.
They say that's illegal, but shit,
Yeah.
what they've been doing is illegal.
But check this
the
out.
owners know that LeBron not playing. The owners know that Kyrie not playing. We just don't know.
That's it. And on that note, may be the greatest player of all time.
Yeah.
But come on. Why are we sitting here playing?
Yeah.
We know everybody talks about the suspicion of your daddy's death. Mm-hmm. No, nobody want to talk about it. Mm-hmm. That's real. That's real.
We know what happened.
You know?
Yeah, he told his daddy he ain't playing. I'm telling you, man, that's how it is, man. When they see a $50,000 bet and they ain't seeing that often,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden you win a 50-1 odd bet,
Yeah.
and they got to pay off 2.5 or some kind of trash like that, man. They is you kidding me?
Or $10 million.
Or look at something, my favorite sport, boxing. Do you remember the way Floyd Mayweather came into the ring against Conor McGregor? A fight that was an official fight. It wasn't an exhibition. Remember he came with a ski mask?
Oh, yeah.
When's the last time you saw a ski mask? I saw a ski mask when the stick-up man came for me. And he said, it's going to be an easy stick-up. I'm about to take all y'all money. Y'all think this boy about to beat me? I'm going to take all y'all money. And I'm going to bet on myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did it.
But he was allowed to do it, though.
Yeah.
Hey, I hate to wrap it up, man. We had a great show. We're going to see you guys next week on the Judge and the Legend podcast. Give it up.
Deuces.
And give it up to Ronnie Duncan.
Yeah, it's Wednesday at 2 p.m. Time for the Judge podcast. It's the Judge, the Legend. Let's have blast. We talking sports, politics, current events. We gonna be live, so let it make sense. It's the Judge podcast.